Okay guys, so I am finally showing you some of my summit videos from May. Hazel and I did our first summit trial. My plan is to go through them in the order that we ran them. So this search was first thing Saturday morning. As you can see, it is very overcast, it is actively raining and quite cold. I think it was in the low 30s at this point. Our search area goes all the way down to the end of this grass strip, but it does not include these bleachers over here. But then it does include the fence line and all the bleachers on this left side of the space. And it includes quite a bit more than you guys will even be able to see in this video. So I'll describe some of it, but I've also fast forwarded through a long portion where you can't see either of us at all. Okay, let's get started. Oh, and we had 6 minutes for this search. Unknown number of hides. So 0 to infinity. Turns out there were 3. Now that turn and look she just gave, maybe interest in this high hide, maybe also interest in the people over here. My plan had been, let's cover the grass first. This is a small area. We'll get this completely out of the way and then we don't have to think about it for the rest of the search. So she hits a rock here. I call it. We get a yes and move on. I'm not sure if you can hear me or the judge in the video. It is very slippery, as you'll see when we're on the middle. We're both being fairly careful and slow. Okay, she's catching this hide again, but decides to move on. Now she starts catching odor along this fence, and now you can see the third hide, which is over here on the left. And so everything is wet in this whole area, even with the awning above us, everything's wet. And so you can see how much the odor is just clinging everywhere here. Some people found this hide in the middle of the bleachers quite difficult because it was hard to navigate this space and because it was kind of in the middle of nowhere. Okay, so she's back in that second odor cone again, but she's not coming up with anything conclusive. And the judge said later that it seemed to be only a couple people that hit it kind of at the right time from a wind perspective got that one. I think just maybe 2 or 3. But nobody got all 3 hides. They either got the 2 down on that side or the far one under the rock and then this far one over here. Okay, now we're in the section where I fast forwarded and we searched. Oh wait, no, sorry, not yet. We're still working this bench hide back and forth. So I am for a minute pretty convinced there might be something on the fence, but there was not. I wish the camera would just tilt a little bit further to the left so you guys could see better. But we're working up and down, back and forth. She's now gone up one bench. We're going to keep going up. So I'm like, okay, she's finally narrowing this down, working it out. Caught something non-odor there for a moment. And then I call alert. We get a yes. I pay her. I'm trying not to fall. And we continue on. Now I really want her to work out this odor. I know she's caught multiple times over here, but we also have a massive expanse of bleachers that we have not gotten anywhere near. And for all I know, there could be 20 hides in here, or there could just be the 2 or 3 that I'm aware of. Good girl. And I think I called that alert again just in case, because it was so hard to keep track of everything with the bleachers. Then I said that was the same one, wasn't it? So that was the section I fast forwarded right before we got back to that hide. So in that time, we went way up. So we're in a section of bleachers that goes another few rows to the left. Then there's a whole nother section of bleachers the same size as this smaller set on the right, over there. And we go all the way up to the very top over there, and she works this hide back all the way down. So with her doing that, I'm now pretty sure there's nothing I need to worry about up there, because it all brought her back to this one. And now I got to figure out, I'm starting to feel the time pressure, figure out how we're going to cover more of the space. You can see, again, this odor is everywhere, drawing her in. And I decide to stop her. I don't want to waste any more time in that odor. I really want to try to focus on this odor down here. But I also want to be aware that there could be another hide right in this section of bleacher. So I have to be careful about how much I hold her back and how much I let her tell me which odor she's working. So I let her go out of the threshold a little bit to try to work it, but we're not coming up with much of anything here. And I'm still like thinking about this section of bleachers up here at the top that I haven't even gotten into. She's working it on the tops and underneath of all of these bleachers, and there's just nothing I can call. And so that's where I call finish. I'd gotten the 30-second warning about 18 seconds earlier, and she was still right in the midst of that odor, and I was trying to give her a chance to work it out, and it just wasn't doable. So things I could have done better, I didn't cover this area. That was a major oversight. Given the time and the wetness of the area, I felt like I did about what I could. There was not a whole lot else I could do to work this space. It was interesting, our first summit search, I was happy with the hides we found, not feeling confident that we didn't leave anything behind, and obviously we did leave something behind. And if I would have been guessing after this search, I would have said that the hide was somewhere up in here with the info that I was getting from her. It was a little lower than that, but the way it was falling, I think it's because the wind is pushing everything this way. It felt like a higher hide to me. That was interesting. Not necessarily something we had really encountered in this way before. So let me know if you have any questions about this search. I would be happy to talk more about it. Thanks for watching.